This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show.
Jinzu. I think that means that he started it. I'm gonna play Gungi and just cry. Hello, everybody. My name is Mayhem.
I'm Jinzu.
I'm Duke.
And we just watched. We just watched the next part of Hunter x Hunter. And Duke, just know that I am sad.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's over now.
Yeah. That was arguably peak Hunter x Hunter.
Arguably. Especially since I haven't seen any more after this.
Me either.
I'll say this, from the few things I've seen of what's to come, there's definitely some good. There's definitely some good coming.
I don't doubt it. It's
considering it's like 12 episodes, I think, is all that's left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it won't be anywhere near what Chimera did, but that'd be almost impossible.
I mean, yeah, I just watched the Frieza arc, so...
So guys, non-spoiler, what do you think of the Frieza arc? Or the Cell Saga?
It was a bit drowned...
the build-up to Super Saiyan was worth it.
Everything in this entire part is set up. Nothing gets left behind. Everything comes back full circle. This entire arc,
it was pretty satisfying.
Had such a satisfying ending, and the build up for it was well deserved.
Any other thoughts, Jinzu?
I like the part when they played made up chess.
I like that part as well.
They played fake chess, and it was kind of banger. I think normally watching people play board games like that are boring because people take their sweet ass time. Including me. But
yeah, you don't play.
So I've got...
You spectate while you're one of the people playing the game.
Yeah. Looking at it like,
Man, there could have been so many ways it could have done this.
What would a smarter person do?
Is this actually made up chess, or is like is
I think it's a real.
Yeah.
Gungi is a made up board game that he made up.
Really?
Tagashi put a lot of like needless effort into
of all things to make up a full on board game supposed to rival chess.
Not just the board game, man. The entire Greed Island arc. He made an entire card game.
Well, yeah, that too, yeah.
With its own, like, each of its own unique descriptions and, like, the...
He could have just made Yu-Gi-Oh!
Or he could just...
You took my goddamn joke! I'm not even gonna lie, I was gonna go, like, wait, he made Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's time!
But yeah, he made the Nen system, which is probably the most complex and most interesting, like...
It's complex in its simplicity.
It's JoJo, but better.
No, it's Dragon Ball, but better. JoJo, but better you could argue, would be Persona or JoJo.
I like the way that's phrased. You could say, JoJo, but better. He's JoJo. It's like, what the fuck does that mean?
JoJo Part 3.
Because JoJo changes so much.
For better or for worse.
We're not here to talk about JoJo, we're here to talk about Hunter x Hunter!
So, my non-spoiler thoughts.
I don't care.
Moving on. Have you ever seen a telenovela?
Telenovela?
Yes.
Okay, this
but
is
like the Indian version.
Ooh.
Okay, that sounds even better.
Have you not seen the clips?
Oh, I've seen clips.
There you go.
But,
and it's literally the same thing, by the way.
Yeah. So I'll say this. This entire arc was a telenovela.
Yeah. Yeah, there was
you
a lot...
see it?
There was a lot...
You look at it and you see it, right? You see it?
I just think of all the narration and all the slow motion that happens and the dramatic...
In that moment...
And the dramatic, like...
Combine a telenovela with an actual novel.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Most of this...
actual writing.
With, like, during the first few arcs of this show, I gotta say, the narrator was pretty basic of like, and now Gon and his friends go off to do this. How cheerful kind of thing.
In his pain.
And now every description he had me hooked of like, yeah, tell me more!
Where he was actually giving information that was actually needed.
That's true. That's another thing about Tagashi.
In the 10th of a second that it took. It was like, that moment, Jesus Christ.
That was so good.
I like the different approaches of storytelling that these...
Oh my
these
god, it's so good.
Because Tagashi went with the hyper detailed, like, he went for the hardest thing to do, and he didn't draw it. but he went for the incredibly detailed like world and story and like
That's the
Greed
author.
Island did not need to have that much detail.
That's the author for Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Togar and for Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh.
Yeah.
And his wife made
Spirit
Sailor
Gun.
Moon.
Yay!
What a power couple. Anyways.
Man, when
Do you
are we
know,
watching Sailor Moon?
Anyways.
It's on the list. Do you know with Yu Yu
Sailor Moon
Hakusho?
is so easy to watch. It's a very simple show. You just put it on. You can. It's like okay.
Yeah.
Do you know with Yu Yu Hakusho, Christopher Sabat is also in that? He actually voices the best friend character.
The guy with the pompadour,
Yeah.
Yes.
orange pompadour.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The guy with the orange hair, that's voiced by Christopher Sabat.
Man,
That's Piccolo
Piccolo.
and Vegeta and Yamcha
And
and
All Might.
Jace
And
Zoro.
and Muhammad Avdur. Even though it's Abdul, not Avdol.
Abdul.
I was gonna say, he's not Abdul.
He is.
In the dub?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Christopher Pratt voices Avdol.
That is very incorrect.
Nope, that is actually incorrect.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't. You're right. He does. He voices.
Do you know, actually, funny enough, Abdul, the voice actor for Abdul,
I was thinking of the
he
Japanese-
voices Silva in
was just-
Hunter x Hunter.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's why we were like.
I was confusing
Japanese and English?
The Japanese voice actors, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. I like that.
But that's still
That
wrong.
also still fits. I like that.
Yeah, but you said Christopher Sabat.
Yeah, I thought. I confused the Japanese and English.
So, the story. So,
Of what?
of this season, I will kill you one day.
Of Chimera.
One day.
Chimera and.
You can easily divide it into 3 parts, being the initial setup to the training arc to the raid.
To the
The raid night. The
yeah.
raid one night.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the initial introduction to this new setting. So, in the manga, it's different, but in this show, we go right from Greed Island over to this new area where we're introduced to a new character by the name of Kite.
Hi, Kite.
Kite is
fun fact, actually, we're not. The audience is introduced.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, the audience,
manga's different.
The audience is well. If you watch the remake Hunter x Hunter anime, in the remake, you're introduced to Kite in the Chimera Ant arc, but in the manga and in the first anime in like the 90s,
He's in the 90s?
he's in the beginning of the 90s. He saves Gon in the beginning.
Nice.
I still don't like. I mean, it makes sense to me for like a manga, but for a show, I really don't understand why they would show that at the beginning.
Because it establishes it makes Gon's connection to him.
Is
a
it
lot
kind of like
stronger.
a chapter
And
zero?
It makes Gon's attachment to him make more sense too.
Would it
Because
be-
Kite teaches him, and he's there when he was a kid, and he saves him.
Yeah, but
Is it
and-
chapter 1 or is it like a chapter 0 thing?
the fact
It's
that
a chapter 1. Chapter
Okay,
1.
it is chapter 1.
It's the beginning of the story was Gon as a kid going into a dangerous area, and Kite coming and basically.
2, that makes 2 anime where the first chapter is not the first episode.
Yeah.
For me. One Piece.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
first chapter of One Piece is actually different from the first episode because the first episode, they have Alvida and all that.
Yeah.
That's chapter 2.
Yeah.
The
Chapter
first
1 is
chapter
the
is
backstory
supposed to
of
be
Luffy.
the introduction of Luffy. Like, essentially one of the first panels in there is him stabbing himself in the face.
Yeah. I understand why they changed it because like in the show you kind of have to set up the status quo immediately
Yeah.
and like set up the main character and then give him his backstory.
I'll say this, with the show, it didn't hurt it, though. I'm happy about that. It did not hurt his interactions with Kite.
And that's what I say too.
You
with
still
Kite.
feel this connection to Kite.
Yeah,
But it's not as. It's harder for the. I would argue that it's harder for the reader to connect to. Gon's
when
attachment.
reading, yeah, it's different when reading it.
Because when you're reading it or when you're watching the original run, you understand. Okay, so Gon like he looks up to Kite like a father figure. This is the closest thing that Gon has to a father figure.
He's the only man that's been on the island in 50 years.
Yeah.
And we know what's up with the others that have been to the island.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Anyways,
But, yeah, so I'll say that when it comes to the relationship between Kite and Gon, it was not hurt in this show, I'll be honest. Like, from a perspective of somebody who had not read the manga, it didn't feel hurt because, obviously, since we're talking about Chimera and we got to talk about the spoilers in it, at a later point, Kite ends up dying. So,
What?
What? You sounded so sad right there for a second. What?
Yeah.
Like shock sad.
I feel like we shouldn't have brought it up now, though. I feel like we should talk about it when it happens, though, right?
Okay, got it. So censor all that.
So cut that out.
Have that be 2 minutes of just censorship.
Oh, just bleeping, and then you go, what?
And then we should cut that.
Anyway, here, fine. Then I'll continue the story. Introduction. We get set up that apparently Kite is in this country to deal with what are called Chimera ants.
Which are these little ants that are willing to jump up and draw blood on people and all that kind of stuff, and it's like,
I won't go into every detail because there's so much with this season.
You just had
It's
me
so
go,
many episodes.
When we're introduced to the Chimera ants, we're introduced to we're taught that the fact that they become what they eat.
Yeah,
And
that's
that-
what I was gonna go for. Yeah.
Yeah, and that they it like kind of like spreads in that direction, but like they never inherit their parents' genes exactly. It's more so they inherit the genes of whatever was eaten.
yeah.
I do like there's supposed to be a thing that they occasionally carry over the trait of the mother ant, like the
Yeah.
queen ant, because they all have ant-like qualities.
Right. Oh, it was they all share a trait with the mother, but they don't share any traits with each other.
Yeah.
Their only connections that they
That's
came
my
from the
favorite
same
little
mother.
bit. That no two are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
except for
whenever-
like the 30 humans. That's
shit.
only because most of their parts were humans.
Well, even them mostly came out because each human's individual. Well, we find out about that later,
But yeah, so introduction, it basically sets it up that the whole thing here is, oh man, we gotta go in and hurry up before they could eat a human. Meanwhile,
let's get introduced
In the-
to this innocent family of 3 with
Here's
a
an-
single mother and 2 kids, and the boy is so endearing. He loves his sister and
He's
his
a
mother.
good son.
He takes care of the, and then the girl is so sweet and innocent, and you must
And
protect her,
adorable.
and like so precious. You could never hurt such a little thing, and then they die.
Anyway, we come back to that.
anyway,
We meet-
they die.
Yeah, they die. And
So
we
they die
meet-
immediately.
Getting eaten by a giant monster ant, crab creature. The ultimate evolution, actually.
Because we have been introduced to the queen
Yeah.
of the Chimera ants. A
Once again, yes, 7-foot ant.
A 7-foot ant. When you gesture like that, it always
Smash or
throws us off.
pass.
It always throws.
That's why.
We meet the 7-foot Chimera ant queen, and let me just say,
Smash or pass.
What has abs? So smash.
it's an ant, so smash.
It's a monster, so
Smash.
Smash.
heavy smash.
With effort, with feeling.
No, the number of times that I
With a gun in my
said
hand.
that, like
As soon as she tries to bite my head off like a praying mantis, I'm shooting her.
the number of times a Chimera ant would pop out, and I'd just be like, okay.
Why would you
Mayhem.
phrase it like that?
It would pop out, and then I'd just be like,
It pops
okay.
out of its eggs, or like it like shits itself out.
Or they'd
Of
be
its- of
introduced.
its
They'd be
seeing it.
introduced, and all I'd go is like, okay, mayhem, smash or pass.
And
It was a 90% success rate.
90. Yeah, not. He asked with every single ant. And
No,
did
I
that.
asked with every ant.
No, you did not.
Would you smash this? It used to be a penguin. Would you smash that? Would you smash this? It used to be.
Hell
It
yeah!
used to be a chameleon. Would you smash that?
Hell yeah!
Most of the time, it would be destroying them with a flamethrower.
Right. So
The
anyway,
Minotaur, smash or pass.
I will give him a pass in life.
in life, he can live
He can live.
in,
Yeah,
in a tunnel somewhere under Babylon.
I will make the labyrinth for him to live in.
But anyway, also with the introduction, we get
So after being told what Chimera ants are, we're shown the team that Kite like does his expeditions with, and they're not hunters though, so they're like vulnerable. So like they could totally die and let stuff.
I'll be honest. I'm partially tempted to just skip almost any time they're talked about because
I almost forgot about them.
dude, they got dropped off halfway through.
They're the research team.
Yeah,
I almost forgot about them completely. Like, legitimately.
we don't see them for the rest of like the other half of the show.
It's because they're not hunters. They can't do shit.
Yeah, exactly. So why were they even brought in?
Because they they're there.
They're there because...
And the girl is cute.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
Oh, I remember saying this. What was it? I saw the designs of all the characters.
Oh
on
my
his
god!
team.
I saw the design of the one guy and I
The
went,
panda,
"Ah!"
the panda dude annoyed me. I don't know why. I saw the panda guy and I was like, "That's dumb. Why he look like that?
Why is he a monster?
Why is he a big old koala?"
It-
bear?
Why does he
I
look
like
like a
that
like a stiff teddy bear?
I
Like,
just
you know those
like how
ones
it's
where they're like,
we're looking for monsters, and it's like, you're the monster!
you know those
Go on
like
and
teddy
kill
bears
him.
where they're, you know those teddy bears where like they're real like stiff of like their arms like slide.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like an action figure.
Yeah, just a fuzzy action figure. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, I see that. I see.
But he's
But,
a researcher.
meanwhile,
man.
The team.
He
I
sucks.
would say that
I hate him. I want him to die.
The team. I was saying like their design wise looked like what was that game? World Ends with You or something like that.
Really,
Like
the Square Enix, like
with the hard black outline characters, right?
yeah.
Like you know what I'm talking about, right? Like thinking about like the dude with the big old afro and the chick with like that you mentioned was hot. Like look at those two specifically. You see what I mean?
When you look through the eyes that I've given you, you see where I'm coming from.
Yes.
When you see my bias, you see where I'm coming from.
When I see the redhead girl in the show and thinking about the redhead girl in the video game.
There's a redhead girl in that game.
Oh my god.
No, I'm kidding.
There's a reason why I didn't give any input there.
No, but no, I saw their designs. I was like, that looks a lot like that game, and that was it. And then I never thought about him again.
Because they didn't do it. So okay. So they get told about the Chimera ants, and then we learn that the country that the Chimera ants are predominantly in is a how do you describe it? There's a word.
Yeah, I know.
So imagine Amish, but they're like savages.
Totalitarian Amish.
but like you know, what's the term? Where they're
they're
like,
Amish, but they'll
North
kill you.
Korea.
you know those groups that like they walk around naked. They give up
Nudist?
They give up all their earthly possessions. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No. So these people just reject technology. These people
they reject technology.
They're based on a culture in real life that like they choose to be like regressive and
Naturalists.
like, to be naturalists. And anytime anyone
That's
tries to come
closer.
with them with any kind of technology, they kill them.
Yeah.
That's a real country or somewhere.
And
Yeah, I
the only
see what you're-
doctor is at the border with an X-ray machine that's just sitting in a tree.
Her
Yeah,
purpose
so-
is making sure you don't have tech in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have tech to prevent tech from coming in, which is fine because people do crazy stuff.
And then the government.
And then government does government things.
Does government drug things?
Government drug things that comes from the trees in that country
Yeah.
grow from. They can make a drug that is very good and it makes them money. And
So
then
remember-
it gives the guy who's the president full power of the country.
Because
Yeah, we'll
nobody
talk
else can
about
say anything.
that character later because I thought that was kind of interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
But hey, so remember when those kids died earlier?
Well,
So anyway,
so they started learning how to fly
and talking.
and talking because those kids lived on.
as Chimera ants.
One of
Yeah.
the main one we see is the fact that like it's the main Chimera ant we see throughout this named Colt.
Yeah, the like first mate lieutenant.
Yeah. Like the highest up the higher ups basically.
No, he's just the first
At that
He's a
point,
squad leader.
he's
squad
just
leader.
he's just one of the newer borns of the humans.
It basically felt like he was the face of it. With the
Right.
fact that he was first generation, it felt like he was the face of it.
Right.
But yeah, we meet Colt, who is one of the first of the human hybrids, and
And who
the moment-
is he voiced by?
oh yeah, the guy who voices Genos from One Punch Man.
No, weird.
No, who else was it as well? I mentioned it was other people. Shit, it wasn't like Tanjiro or something like that, right?
No, it's not Koichi.
I remember
Was
it.
it Koichi?
I'm pretty sure it was like. This is an
I'm
exact.
close enough.
No, I wasn't correct. I was just saying Koichi, like
Oh, okay.
like saying the words weird, letter weird.
Let me see if I can find it. Like,
Koichi.
go ahead and talk about
The
the
Chimera ants
expansion of
slowly-
these monsters.
Yeah, slowly get more and more powerful
Because
and
they just
more
are abducting
ambitious
people.
and take people, feed them to the queen. The queen gets the power of the people and
No,
makes,
she doesn't.
But no, and like puts it into the
The egg, because
The egg.
so we also learned midway through that the existence of the Chimera ants are the Chimera ants, the soldiers, they serve the queen, and the queen's purpose is to give birth to the king. And
we
before
learned the hierarchy.
yeah, the whole pyramid or whatever hierarchy plan, the pecking order of the
packing order.
of the yeah. If you're in the military and you like you deny an order from someone who's higher up, they just go pecking order, and you're like okay. Yeah, pecking order.
Ooh, there you go. No, I'm just saying pecking order.
Oh.
But you poked me, didn't peck me.
But
Oh! Headbutt you.
did you know that chickens have
But you know,
that
I was
too?
right. It was the voice for not only Colt, but Genos is also Tanjiro and Koichi.
Gagne?
Yes.
Gagne East?
I was about to say it! Gagne Weast.
That's hilarious.
Gylo Man?
But did you know that chickens also have a pecking order?
Is that where that comes from?
Yeah. Because the chickens would literally, like a rooster would peck at the mother, at like the lead hen, and then the lead hen would peck down on the second hen, and then the third, and all the way down. Why did you screenshot that person's face?
Why did you screenshot Gagne East?
Gagne Weast.
But
I'm on my
I'm gonna make that
Kanye
LD
quest to
document.
do my Kanye
you're
best.
right. Chickens have a pecking order. Do you know also this entire group has a pecking order? As in there is none because everyone is immediately separating from each other. All the
They-
Chimera ants
they-
are just
they are-
immediately rebellious.
They are born and then they want independence.
Because they're people. Because they were born from people DNA. So they wake up and they're like, I'm gonna start shit.
But like, there's some crazy looking ones. Like, there's this cheetah guy. There's a lion. There's a penguin. There's an octopus. There's a chameleon.
They all have the same gross like puppet joints.
Yeah,
That's the similarity, the design similarity between them.
There's the one that I'm most upset about with the cat.
Which one?
The cat.
Pito.
Cheeto.
Oh, not Cheetu?
I said Cheeto already.
I hate Cheeto. I hate Cheeto.
Hey, Cheeto.
He's like, it's like the little hyperactive.
Yeah!
Near the end, he was.
I thought you would love him, Jinsu. You're almost exactly the same as him.
You are Cheetu.
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about design. I'm talking about mentality.
I would have killed him.
You've basically got the same thing happening to Jinzu now that happened to you with One Piece. I thought you would love that. Like that's the best thing ever. I thought you'd love that.
See, it's not just me.
Yeah, that's just
But no, it's more of like a case
Sees a
of
giraffe, man.
looking
I
in a
hate
mirror.
him.
It's more of looking in the mirror. I'm not a giraffe.
Are you sure?
It's close enough with tiger and cheetah. That's close. Fucking
Are you sure?
pigman and giraffe is nowhere near each other.
Ox. It's an ox deviant.
You're right. He would have the ox fruit model pig
Model boar.
model boar. You would.
Model.
And also the
big.
personality isn't there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be insecure.
I love pigs.
You're the one that's really been starting all that. Like,
But fucking what was his name again?
say it again.
The draft dude's name again was like.
No, not his. We don't have to worry about that.
We're not talking about One Piece.
Anyway.
But Cheetu does exactly what you would do if you were just like able to go really fast.
Yeah.
and
Not be
care.
focused.
I would fight like that, yeah, and I would fuck around with my enemies like that too, and be like, "Oh, you're trying to mess with me, aren't you?"
Yeah, you're trying to mess with me.
You're right. I share every trait with
And I
him.
would-
That's why I hate him.
And I would lose, and I would definitely lose to the guy being patient as fuck. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
So,
And there's another
The entire
Chimera
time.
amp that we get introduced to. That's kind of like the opposite of the leader guy, where he's a rabbit dude in a thong
Why do
with
we have to
wings.
talk about him?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
him,
because
him,
he's
him.
important
What's his name again?
technically.
I have no idea, but I hate this guy.
Rabbit guy.
Yeah, he's a
That's
rat-
his name.
He's mainly rabbit.
when I think of him, I want to say his name is Binky or something.
Binky. Well, we'll call him Binky now.
Binky. His name is now Binky.
If
But,
if anybody's upset that we're calling him the wrong name, then
Be more upset.
cope.
But no, when it comes to the story, yeah, around the same time, Gon and Killua are pseudo training alongside Kite. They're just
Yeah.
learning whatever he's saying.
Yeah,
And-
they're on his like every time he says anything, they're right there
They're on the extermination mission essentially, and so they
because
start.
they need to find the queen because the queen got away, and they're like, ah, shit.
they get a little tiny mission as the government of this country gets wiped out.
His name is Ramit.
Ramit?
Ramit.
Ramit.
I hate that. I hate his feet. I love that he dies.
You can take that name and you can ram it up your ass.
I hate that guy! I hate that old man spider!
I hate the spider so much.
But then there's the scorpion lady that I love.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And then there's this chick who's also pretty banger.
I'm scared of her.
Why?
I'm with you.
You don't know. We really don't know what she actually can be. Don't.
She does
Why
that.
did you
She does
select
that?
that?
That's what she does.
Why did you select that
Because
picture?
you don't know what she does. That's what she does.
No, I'm scared.
So, Jesus Christ. The government gets annihilated, but first off, we get some immediately really cool backstory with the leader of this government by the name of Gyro. That apparently he was abused as a kid so heavily that he took over basically everything. He founded the government around himself.
He said, you know what?
and the Chimera ants taking all of the people that were part of the underground shady government thing, and their mentalities being put into Chimera ants, kind of led to a lot of the Chimera ants being dickheads.
Like this
Yep.
one.
Oh yeah, that.
Fuck this one in particular.
Which
he
one?
just
Let me see.
you know.
Oh god.
The
I
one
hate
with the
that guy.
gun, with the red hair, and he's a
He just
wizard.
picks up a
and
gun and just starts using a gun.
Oh yeah, we almost
And
forgot.
he's like, yo, guns are sick!
So just before we got the whole government thing of like the government getting taken over, we got the reintroduction of two characters: the archer kid from season 1, and also the beekeeper girl from season 1. And it was really nice to see them back. It was really cool. Until beekeeper
Chimera ants
girl,
got
like
them.
the Chimera ants got him, killed two of their friends. Archer guy got kidnapped, and
The
beekeeper
bee
girl runs away of
got
like, I'll make it, and gets
She got
shot.
Capped, bro!
She got
full
capped,
on.
full on, just destroyed.
And then he kept shooting her. And then he ate her.
Yep. Do we have any idea if that guy's dead now or no?
He gets fucking destroyed. He gets fucking annihilated, and it's awesome.
Okay,
How did he get annihilated again?
He, so the Phantom Troop come. The Phantom Troop...
Yes! Oh my god, yes!
The Phantom Troop just kind of...
That was a good little side story.
It was,
we
it was
gotta get
kind
to
of
that.
random. It was
Okay.
kind of random. But
Yeah, we'll have to build up to that
We'll have to
because
build-
remember that's
No, we don't have to build up to it because
It's separate enough.
they just popped in the story in the middle of the narrative randomly and decided, you know what, we're gonna do our own thing today. You know the
Suicide Squad?
yeah.
no we're gonna suicide you squad.
Yeah, exactly. The we're actually competent squad.
Yeah. And so they go.
It's like if the Suicide Squad had Apocalypse, no, not Apocalypse, Doomsday,
times 12.
Harley Quinn, and
Times
Batman.
12.
And Batman.
and I'm trying to think of another.
And
Metallo.
And Batman with Damian Wayne.
Not Harley Quinn because all of them are equally powerful. Like that was my favorite part about them. Like that entire like mini segment where it was like showing Chimera ants had invaded Meteor City, and so they were annihilating them. Just the Phantom Troop just destroying all the Chimera ants that had come to there.
They were able to show off their powers,
Holy
and we
shit.
met their newest member, Killua's little sister,
Yeah.
No, not just her. Not just her.
and
the weird whole dancing guy.
He's not new though.
he's a mummy. He was already there on the group.
He was the least notable.
I didn't notice him until they were fucking up.
This is
the
like
Yeah, exactly.
This
This
is
is
like
the first time we've
they
seen him.
spoke.
Yeah.
It's the first time he spoke, but
Yeah.
not only that, it's the first time we saw his power.
Right. He spirit bombs the fuck out of the Chimera ant that kills. I forgot her name. I think it was like Pong or something.
Pong.
Bong. Her name is Bong.
Her name is Swiss.
Oh! Shinzu, you hear that shit?
Hold on.
He said her name is Swiss.
As in G.
Her name is Ponzu.
Pong.
Ponzu got fucked. She got fucked up, and it made me so sad.
Fucketh uppeth.
Oh.
Oh, I was so sad.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm not gonna show
What do we
that.
got here?
Why is he showing up again?
Who?
That guy.
Because I already looked him up. I forgot his name. What was his name? Pike.
Pike. I want to put his head on a pike.
I love how he dies.
Yeah. My favorite
It's
part.
that's something that I really give credit to this arc, is that they set up these terrible people and then they die horribly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the horrible ones die horribly and the non-horrible ones don't die horribly.
Except the ones who are not horrible still die horribly, like the Archer guy.
Yeah.
I was more talking about the ants.
So, speaking of the
Yeah.
Archer guy, we'll get to him in just a second because as the government's getting taken over, or has been taken over because
It's already been. Yeah.
Gyro's, because we get his whole backstory. It's really good backstory, just describing all the horrors he witnessed, and so he went out and said, you know what? If humans are this terrible with me, oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
But as he basically says, like, humans were horrible to me, so I will make it my goal to spread as much evil as possible. And when we cut back to the present day, he's gone. He might be dead.
The theory is that
More than likely, he got eaten.
yeah.
But we then lead off to good old Kite, Killua, and Gon as they make their way.
Who's just a happy little trio. Like I'm actually like when they're all together, I'm just like, yeah, these guys are good. Now, like if he
Nothing
was
bad
the
could-
one,
Nothing
Yeah.
bad could possibly ever happen to them.
I could see these guys be friends in the team for a long time.
Look, it's like Beerus, Goku, and Vegeta. Such a nice trio.
It's like.
It's like Roshi, Krillin, and Goku.
There
It's
you
so
go.
nice.
That's a better one. Yeah.
It's so nice. So they come in and they annihilate the ants that were there that had taken over. By the way, there was one that I know you liked.
We didn't describe what Kite's power is.
Oh yeah, we got that introduction a bit ago.
So Kite's weird Nen ability is
Actually, perfect timing. He explains it here. Remember?
Right,
In
right.
that fight, yeah.
right. He's a slot machine.
And whatever the number is.
Whatever the number is a unique weapon, and he only gets like 2-3 weapons.
I love it when the Nen abilities finally get a bit more like it gets another step up of things that could happen. Like him with the slot machine, like the weapons are powerful, but he can't choose what they are.
I like how
And there's another thing with Chitsu. Should I say what his thing is?
Chitu?
Chi2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he makes this like area that like if the person doesn't
Oh
catch
yeah,
him by
that's
a
showed
certain
off
time,
later.
but he can only use it once.
That was a new ability of his, actually.
Yeah. That you can literally just that with Nen, if you could come up with it, you could do it. But as long as you're like able to fulfill the contract and all that kind of stuff.
As long as it lines up with what you can do.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
how I like how the abilities of Hunter x Hunter are the most PG abilities possible that end up going PG-13.
Yeah, I can turn anything into a weapon. I can turn people into weapons. It's like
I can turn things into gummy bears. Blood gummy bears.
But yeah, I like any
Every one of these abilities gets so weird.
yeah, and gets upgraded so well.
It's weird, but it's not JoJo level weird.
Yeah.
Like JoJo, the problem with JoJo and their
Storms,
powers,
so therefore frogs.
like no, that's the problem with JoJo powers of like they get weird, but then they get like occasionally like so grotesque where you're like, why?
If I
It's
unwind
like-
my intestines, that means I can reach further. And it's like,
No.
you didn't need to say that!
They go like, oh, here, let me give you a PG power where it's like really simple, and then it goes, okay, now here's a horrendous thing that I do with that power, and it's like, why?
Now I can instantly kill you if I'm precisely 1 floor above you on a Tuesday and you have a cut anywhere on your body.
On high noon.
Yes.
It's like, it like every one of the characters in that show,
JoJo is
they get
arbitrary.
a cool power. They get a cool, interesting power. But then their first thought is, how can I do this? How can I use this to hurt, like, this specific group of people? And it's like, why?
No.
I know it's supposed to be the
No.
realistic side of,
JoJo
like,
Part 2 had Hamon, not stands.
yeah, the villains are vampires!
No, they were Pillarmen.
Pillarman.
Super vampires.
Super vampires.
Super
They made vampires.
flamboyant cavemen vampires.
Yeah, they made vampires.
One of the best goddamn villains I've ever seen.
And the thing that hurts me the most, you say that? Part 2 had the least bad villains!
Exactly.
Which means after that, it just goes awful.
Now for something completely
The
different.
current
Hunter
arc is
x
just in jail. So it means they could be even more awful. Like, starts screaming.
The main antagonist of the 7th part is the president.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe a spoiler.
No, it isn't. Like, it isn't, it isn't. Like, it doesn't matter. Like how the...
I guess.
But it's different,
Stop.
not like how...
So you were saying it's not a spoiler? How? Don't let him see.
Let me look at this.
Now look at this.
I think it would be more of a spoiler to say what his ability is, because that's...
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he's
unlike like with part 5, where mentioning who it is more.
I think the character of the JoJo part 7, he's like one of the establishing characters. So it's like
Yeah,
Oh.
there's elements of part 7 that obviously if you
I haven't read part 7, so ultimately I don't really know.
No,
it
I know.
Totally could be a spoiler.
I'm just saying
But, like,
that.
I might have just ruined it completely for you.
No, I'm just saying. No, the actual ultimate spoiler would be like mentioning just the initial setup of part 7 in general. Like,
Right.
any idea about part 7 would be a spoiler.
Right.
Other than, hey,
It's the
it's
president.
in the U.S.
It's
again.
the 23rd president. We're fighting the 23rd president of the United States.
Man, we go that far back in time?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
No, it's the 237th actually.
Theodore Roosevelt. He would be a
Mark 12.
Teddy.
Mark 12. What?
Because I said 230th, so which means it's Theodore Roosevelt.
Okay, you're
Mark 12.
You really wanted your joke to happen. You
Yeah.
really wanted your joke to happen. You could have just said Mark Zuckerberg, but it's just him.
Zuckerberg.
But for some reason, he's still looking
Well, actually,
exactly the same.
no, actually, why do you think his name is Mark Zuckerberg?
Because that's his God-given name.
No, you don't know his middle name. His middle name is 4. He's the 4th model. I think I broke him. I broke him. Gotta kill him before you kill me.
If I kill myself, that means you can't kill me. Anyway, back to Hunter.
God, we gotta get back to this, yeah.
Back to Hunter. Hunter.
Hunter.
Where were
We're not
we?
even done with a third of it.
Exactly.
Okay, so, be very quick. The Royal Guards are set up as, like, this thing with the Chimera ants that are the most powerful. They're the most powerful below the king. And that is the ultimate goal of Chimera ants, to spawn the king.
Yep.
By eating as many of these humans as possible, especially
And which,
special humans
when they
using
find
them.
Queen.
they call them the rares. It's so
Yes.
interesting. I want to talk about this for a bit, about the Chimera ants themselves, because they have sentience, but they don't have a culture. And so when they're finally like becoming all together and working together, they all have their own minds and like wants and desires.
Everyone's so quick to try to turn on each other because, like, their culture is not their own. Their culture is usually either, like, something around them, like, something from their background.
Any semblance of culture that they have is from their human past.
Which was corrupted.
Yes.
Which most of them were corrupted from the underground black market.
I was going to say, that means that it's not fully corrupted. It's literally just their natural state of, like, this is how we were taught.
Exactly.
Like, corrupted, that makes it sound like it was a thing that the Chimera ants did.
Nope.
No, it was a thing that they had in life.
That when they were humans, when it was through the world of the humans created the just batshit craziness that is the Chimera ants.
So, we get the setup of, like, what are the royal guards, and one of them ends up hatching. A character by the name of Pito. Neferpito.
A cat.
And, yeah, she pops out, and she's immediately horrifying of,
She's
like,
a bit of
how...
a sadist.
Because the
Psychopath.
bunny guy that we mentioned earlier, like, he got punched by Gon in the woods, and so he's
yeah.
like, I'm all powerful now!
Yeah,
this is amazing!
They unlock their Nen by being punched in the face.
They unlock their Nen by getting hit by Nen, by being exposed.
And he unlocked his Nen, and
I
it's
get
like,
stronger from
now he's
exposure.
the most powerful figure there, and he's like, I could be the king with this kind of power.
And
then his hopes are squashed the moment
And-
Pito pops out, and he goes, I'm devoting my life to this person.
And then he felt Pito's Nen and was like, I ain't shit.
I
I
ain't
am
shit.
trash.
Yep, I'm less than trash is what his thought was. But, yeah, we get that moment. Neferpito goes, Oh, by the way, why is there a human in that stack of dead?
Ah!
Grabs the human,
that broke
which
my
is
heart.
the archer character.
No reason!
just mayhem in the back.
No reason at all! Don't pay attention to the bones moving!
I really thought.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtains.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Dude, I really thought he would be able to last it out and to really like make it by just.
And it would be like a super intense, like him surviving.
Yeah.
But
then they lobotomize him.
And then Neferpito decided, maybe my Nen ability should be something completely all about the human brain and all that kind of stuff.
It wasn't even that. No, she goes like,
Marionettes.
oh, hey, how do you find out about this stuff? Water divination. Okay. Tries out water divination. The rabbit guy. I'm an enhancer. The water overflows. Meanwhile, Neferpito. What was it she did? Turn it to ash or some shit?
The leaf burned up, yeah.
The leaf burnt up.
Which I think that means specialist?
Yeah.
That means special. That means she could do
any random thing.
She could
specialist.
do whatever she wanted.
Yeah, and
She's paramecia type.
That was the worst thing for that character to get, because that's basically telling somebody, hey, you see that person right there? You don't see it as that. You see it as an experiment.
Well, for her, what ends up happening is, because Kite, Gon, and Killua are heading over to the
castle.
The castle, in hopes of stopping all this shit.
And killing the queen before she could hatch the king.
Like, they did their whole thing, like, they've killed off plenty of Chimera ants along the way. Then...
Neferpito goes...
Kite goes, oh shit, I feel a disturbance in the force.
I feel a disturbance in my neck.
And he goes, you two get the hell out of... Oh no, loses an arm.
Yeah.
Because Pito decided to step outside and go, I wonder how strong I am.
And she extended her Nen aura everywhere, so she basically has like a internal radar.
What was it? N, right?
N.
And so she rushes over, cuts off his arm, gets ready to fight him, and Gon gets ready of like, oh, I'm so ready to mess up Neferpito.
Gon goes Super Saiyan. Gon
goes, screw this! Clocks him in the neck and runs away.
He like does the whole like...
Boom! Yeah, back of the neck. Just
back of the head. He just knocked him out.
Yeah. And they run off together, and Kite, last thing he does is pops out his weapon, swings it around, and
it's a little dinky
stick. And he goes, man, shit. I've got some shit luck today.
Oh no!
And we get Gon and Killua leave the country. They're sitting out there by the checkpoint essentially, as their backup comes, who happens to be Netero and some other cool hunters.
Yeah, it's some other guys that we
know and are cool.
When you first meet them,
I'm pulling up their names. Hold on.
When you first meet them, you think that they're assholes. When you first meet them, you think that they're assholes. When you see them throughout the rest of the time,
they're the best thing ever.
They're some of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Well, I know who my favorite character is still, but yeah. In fact, I'll even say, with the way that his arc finished, I'll say
who's the smoker guy's name?
Two characters we'll see after this are my favorites.
His name was Morel.
Morel
Macarnese.
Yeah. Morel and the other guy.
Nov.
Morel and Nov. Like, those two characters.
There's so many M names in this part.
These characters get introduced, and they were so cool. Like, they had such cool abilities. But, and in general, great personalities as well.
Oh, yeah. When they were finally allowed to develop, instead of being a bit of an asshole to Gon and Killua.
Yeah.
Because Gon and Killua are kids who need to learn that you can be pussy bitch boy.
Good anyway.
Dangerous ass Chimera, and they will eat you.
They will eat your face. They will.
Yeah.
They go, don't worry, Kite. We'll come back and we'll rescue you. And then you see Pito sitting there under a tree, like, man, what a fun day. I wonder if I can do some more stuff like this, as she's holding Kite's head.
And Kite's like, ow.
And Kite's like,
nothing.
And
yes.
Kite's like,
no, repeat what you said, Jinsu.
No, they heard it.
No, you need to say it again. And Kite's like,
actually, no.
Have high five.
There's
That's a first for me. That's how you go. No.
There's a scene in Bee and Puppy Cat where a cat has something and the guy's like, "Give me the thing," and the cat just high fives him. It's like, "No, don't high five me."
No, don't
Give me the thing.
That's one of the things. Yeah.
Just give me the thing.
No, don't high five me.
But no, I was just saying, it's like, oh, we're just going like, and Kite's like, and Kite's like, nah.
Kite's
And
like,
then Jinsu's the one to get it right, and Kite's like, because his head is gone.
no, his head is there. His head is the only thing there.
Yes.
I like what Pito said. We're just sitting there going like, "Yep, I'm pretty strong."
And you're sitting like, oh.
And you're just sitting there, just like, damn. I wish Pito would not do that.
Yeah, but yeah, we get that, and so now we've got this whole idea of, oh, so what, is Kite just dead now? As we move on to their training arc. Okay, Golden Killua, says Netero, your job is to fucking, I don't know, go catch these two.
Try again.
Your job is to, I don't know, go catch these two fucks over here named
Try again.
Knuckle and Shoot.
Try again.
And beat them in a fight. If you do it, then you can join us.
Then you can join us on our extermination.
If not, then you gotta train longer, bitch.
And we meet Knuckle and Shoe. But before we meet them, we actually meet another character.
Palm?
Palm.
I like Palm.
Palm, I was very conflicted with.
I'm not surprised that you like Palm, dude.
Why is that?
Female.
Crazy.
How could you tell that I like that?
Obsess over someone.
Jinsu.
Don't you dare make that face. I will beat your face in if you make that face again.
Just getting all cross-eyed. How could you tell I like the crazy? No, genuinely, every time I saw her just, like, as the, like, fucking La Llorona, I was like, oh, I hate this.
You were the one that said it over and over again. I don't know what you're going on about.
What, La Llorona?
Yes, you brought it up every
Drowned
single
woman.
time. I know who she is, but you're the one that was just like constantly bringing it up and then going, "Oh, I hate it," and I'm just like, "Then stop thinking about it."
You know this guy?
The last of the line of a
Disgusting.
family wreath.
Of a
Wreath instead of a family tree.
Of a disgusting incestual cesspool, and he is the
Royal
byproduct.
Family. Yeah.
Oh.
He looked like that. He actually looked like that. And then like his forehead was like liquidy. You could like slap
his
it.
head was full of liquid.
Yeah. And like look, one of his eyes going glazy.
And if you look up any other
look, it's
reports
Palm.
on his autopsy, I feel sad.
Why
But yeah, Palm.
What was his name again?
King something. Just look for Incest Nightmare.
are we talking about that?
Because he has access to his phone, which is always a mistake.
And we're
We are
distracted.
recording.
Anyways, continue.
Okay, we meet Palm, and basically her thing is, if you guys don't get to win in this challenge, I'll kill you. And she even brings in a familiar character from Greed Island.
JoJo Part 4.
Ponzu.
I mean, she's dead, but
I actually
What's her
forgot
name?
her name. Wait, I can get it. Can I get a hint?
no, you get no hint.
Koichi. Pie, cookie, cake, Jake the dog, Finn the human, Princess Bubblegum.
That's right, it's Biscuit. Oh, but
Biscuit! I was close with the cookie! Biscuit!
No, just pretend that it's like I also forgot. Just like, oh, that's right, it's
Biscuit!
Yeah, Bisky.
Bisky! Yeah, Bisky's back, and
Who can transform into JoJo Part 3.
yes, who's able to change art styles.
But yeah, we meet Bisky again.
And she's just like, alright, Golden Killua, I'm gonna teach you guys better this time.
I'm gonna teach you. Again.
But
better, because now it's not Greed Island.
And now, when they've done some training, they go for their first attempt at beating Knuckle. And
I love him.
Knuckle and Shoot it.
But we just meet Knuckle first. And Duke, what is the thing about Knuckle?
First off, he's voiced by Benjamin Diskin.
Also known as Bond from Seven Deadly Sins.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about English voice actor?
English.
I watched it in Japanese. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about half the time.
Okay, rephrase that.
I watched it the sub, so when y'all talk about the dub voice actors, I get very confused.
There you go.
Anyway, well, we'll keep talking about it, bitch.
Majority rules, motherfucker.
Majority rules. We can't read, motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second just to see what the hell that face was, because all I see is you going,
Yes.
He had a single testicle, black as coal.
Yes, that's the line I was waiting for you to find.
His lungs were corroded. He had a very small heart.
how long did he live? 2 days?
38 years.
38 years. He was 38.
He suffered for 38.
He was king.
He suffered.
He
for
led a
38
country,
years.
except he didn't.
Except he did.
Except he did.
Except he did.
No, I like that one. I like that phrase. He led a country, except he didn't.
Except he did. But yeah, that the black as coal.
Oh, I'm just watching this.
And
face
look at that! Look at
deteriorate.
those pictures. Look at that monarch. Look at that king. Look at that.
My poor man.
He's suffering. Blink twice if you need help. Blink twice if you need help, but that'll fix him.
That'll fix him.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's him.
Blink twice if you need help. Oh
He
god, he can't blink.
Yeah.
Oh god, one of his eyes isn't blinking right. Why is he blinking sideways?
No, not 4 times.
Start a fire if you need help.
Don't do anything if you need help.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh wait, go back. Oh,
What?
it was go down, keep going down. No, you idiot.
What is that?
There was the
Me when I
family
see his
wreath.
face.
There was the family
Oh.
wreath. Keep going down,
What is that?
No, there it is, right there. That's the family wreath. That's
No.
from the two parents.
That's not a
split up.
family tree. That's
That's
a family
family wreath.
circle.
Yes, wreath.
Oh my god.
That's the family wreath.
Oh. The last branches.
Why does it branch out to
Oh.
the side instead of downward?
Immediate. Just
Why is my
immediate cousin
descendant to my-
nuzzlers.
Why is my descendant considered my cousin?
Mom.
I said
Why
you did. I
is-
said you did. I kill you.
I just
God damn.
Training arc. So Knuckle is awesome character. First off, he loves dogs. That's a great character trait.
Oh,
He's too pure-hearted, and he can't help himself when he finds stray animals.
And we see he's got a very interesting power. It's mine now. He's got a very interesting power that when he punches you,
It's called APR IRS.
Yeah, he has the IRS.
when he punches you, he can attach the IRS to you, and it will grab you for tax evasion.
No, it would just tax you for
No, it
being
attacks
alive.
you for living.
You have accrued interest. You have accrued interest. You're alive. Bitch. You alive? That's gonna cost you. Not on my watch.
What's yours is mine. What's mine is mine.
Jesus.
And it gets put on Gon, and for the amount of time that they spend training, like Gon keeps on having to find different ways to attack and get better, and then the final fight.
The way they set it up is that Gon, his main opponent is Knuckle, which is very cool, and the entire time his main training aspect is him just learning how to make his punch better.
Oh yeah,
And-
And learning how to fight, like, damn, bro, you keep approaching the same goddamn way in the
We
same
got
time.
Jaja Ken.
Have you ever heard of the
Jajangan.
definition of insanity?
Hey, by the way, how do you feel about Jaja Ken? What about you, Jinsu? How do you feel about Jaja Ken?
You mean Jajankin?
Yeah,
Jajankin.
John Kent.
It's
How do you
rock, paper, scissors.
yeah.
Or rock, paper, actually. Not.
Rock, paper. How do you feel about rock, paper? Don't treat it like Dragon Ball, like a special beam cannon.
No, it is like Dragon Ball because
It's Maka Konsopo.
It's called I'm
You
Gonna
didn't
Kill
even pronounce it
Myself.
right.
I know.
It's Makanko Sapo.
It's Makansas Kapo.
It's
The
called
hyperbolic
I'm
time chamber.
A room of infinite bullshit.
Hypey Boo Boo Papa.
Hyperbolic lion tamer.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Hypersonic
Meanwhile, we
Mind
got
reader.
the enemy for
Goku?
Killua is Shoot, who he had a chance to fight him this entire time and went, I'm too scared.
I'm too scared.
And
Like his
he
entire
fought
thing is that he's too
against-
timid.
Yeah, and he fought against Killua, who the whole time was thinking, I'm too scared.
His ability is that apparently like if he touches you with a hit, then he erases that part of you.
He stores it in
Like,
like
he
his
stores
cage.
it?
He stores it in his little bird cage.
Did he explain the cage the entire time?
Not
Really?
Not then. It was more towards the end of the fight, and it was also they explained it more when they're fighting the Chimera ants.
Okay.
But then he also has no left arm.
Yeah.
Instead, he has multiple left hands.
He's got multiple left
It's
hands.
very interesting, and I went, okay.
And I went, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's
That's how I went when I saw that. I was like, oh, okay.
But yeah, we get that whole training.
What a way to just throw out like any
le-
acknowledgement of somebody's power. Oh, okay.
It leads to the most interesting bit, by the way. They lose.
Yeah.
Their challenge
Gon
of
and Killua
beating
lose.
Knuckle and Shoot, they lose.
And then we see a very important character moment of Gon crying like a baby boy because he's not strong enough, and that is a very frustrating feeling.
And meanwhile, Killua is basically at the point of like, I have to leave now because I'm a coward.
Yeah, and Gon was taxed. He was
He can't train
Oh,
for
what's
a
the
month.
term again? Oh, what's
He
the
can't
term?
use Nen for a
He's in
month.
debt for 30
days.
Yeah, dead. Yeah, but
Indebted?
no,
What was it defined?
the bad tax word.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
interest? No.
No.
Tax? No.
The IRS? The bad tax word.
Like
The
you-
IRS?
The like you are
Bankrupt.
no.
No.
Like,
Foreclosure.
No, let me speak. It's the word that you get when you are like when you don't have any money. Oh my god, it's gonna hurt me.
Jeopardy.
No, not bankrupt. Not bankrupt.
Boobs.
Where it's like being charged with, and it involves taxes.
Sentenced to prison?
What is poor?
Shut up.
What
it's-
is
but-
broke?
I don't know. It's gonna.
What is a broke ass motherfucker?
No, son. Poor is a mentality. You broke.
You'll have to cut that. But that was the greatest joke ever.
Because it was I think it
I
was
know you quoted. I know you quoted. Don't
it was
worry.
Dave Chappelle, I think.
That's the best joke from Dave Chappelle.
Son, we are not poor. Poor is
It's
a mentality.
It's not tax
You
evasion.
broke.
It's not tax evasion. It's another word.
Do we have to worry about this word right now?
Because Gon is it. Because that's the status of.
He's broke. Got it.
I gotta look this
He can't
up.
use Nen for 30 days. Jesus Christ. That's it.
Let's go look up tax felony.
But yeah, he can't use it for 30
you played
days.
Monopoly?
So he comes in, and Killua's main goal is just to protect him for these 30 days.
It's not tax evasion.
It's such a quick little moment in the arc, it doesn't matter!
He doesn't even commit tax evasion.
That's what I'm saying.
He's bankrupt. It's called bankrupt.
Not celebrities who have tax evasion.
Like Donald Trump.
You have to cut that, probably.
Why? It's
So we
true.
don't piss off politicians.
And he's a celebrity who did tax evasion.
No, I know, but people get unreasonably mad for just even mentioning his name. It's stupid. I hate politics.
That is, people are dumb.
Yeah.
You hear that? You motherfuckers! You pieces of shit! You fucking losers!
Saying that to me.
But you pieces
You're
of
saying
shit!
that to me!
Because I'm the only one who's gonna hear it.
You fucker! You fucking dick!
You fucker! You fucking dick!
On it! No, not on it. What's the longest tax evasion you said?
We're an hour in and
5 years!
We're an hour in and we're only 2/3 of the way through.
We're not even done!
Oh my god. So, Gon goes on a date with Palm!
Cougar!
Because she's a pedophile!
Cougar!
And Gon for some reason pulls all the pedophiles.
That's what he said!
And he's like, alright,
So about that. So right as Palm asks Gon for the date, or has gone and asked Palm for the date. Killer goes, bro, what the fuck? She's 22. And Gon
You don't
goes,
think I pulled bitches
yeah,
before?
Gon goes, so? What does it matter? When I was a kid, when I was younger,
I pulled ones that are older.
the older women would come and they liked younger men.
Hey, Killua, did you know that's
And
called
they taught me
cougars?
things.
And he says it in the show. He says they taught me things.
They taught me many things, and they loved hanging out and spending time with me.
My
and then
favorite
Killua
line-
goes, he's not pure.
No, my favorite line in there is, "Hey, do you know that people call those types of women cougars?"
But that's like immediately after like Duke pauses it, we freak out, do that, and I just keep on shouting cougar, and then we continue, and then Killua says they call
No,
them...
Gon says cougar.
Gon, oh yeah. So Kite punches him for going into grizzly bear territory, so Gon switched to cougars.
Yeah.
Here you go.
How did his aunt cousin allow that to happen?
She doesn't pay attention.
Is this from a soda can?
Maybe. But anyway, no. You know why she let it happen?
Because she wanted...
Because she didn't know.
She didn't know.
Oh yeah, because Gon was too adventurous, like his father.
Yeah.
No, she just walks out. Hey, Gon, I'm making dinner. Hey, Gon, I'm making dinner. Do you want anything? Oh, yeah, can you make some dinner for me and my new friend? New friend? What do you mean? Oh, no, is that a 40-year-old woman? Yeah.
She's great.
We went on 3 dates already.
Dates?
Third date.
Third base. It's like when Jake is teaching Finn about the steps in relationship.
Yeah.
You stay away from step 13.
Do not go near. No, I just
Don't do it. Don't fucking touch base 14. They got the fucking Ebola virus. They got E. coli.
Okay. Is it horrible of me to think of Gon just walking out of a room just with a fucking massive cigar in his mouth? Just pulling some fucking money, just
he's walking out.
Don't
with
worry, I got a fucking business on this island.
He's walking out with a loose bathrobe, and he's like, "Whatever you fucking do, cool." And he has the Italian gold chain and the 5 o'clock shave.
He has the
sunglasses and the salt and pepper hairstyle. It's like, listen, cool.
Chensu, his aunt is his pimp.
Oh, he gives the money to his aunt. That's how they keep that.
It's
no,
like
the grandma's
hey,
the pimp.
Bitch,
The grandma's the pimp.
I got the grandma's the pimp.
It's just the way you said Kilo in that voice. Just that
Hey,
segment.
fucking Killua, let me teach you a few lessons. First off, Killua. First off, don't get you a dirty bitch.
Jesus Christ, man!
Kilo, whatever you fucking do, man,
Don't get a dirty bitch.
Cool, I'm fucking telling you, Kilo, whatever you do, don't ask a woman. Don't ask
Don't even ask her age!
Don't ask a woman why she pisses her belly button, Kilo.
Killua, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. There's 2 different types of women. You get a bitch and you get a wife.
You can go through as many bitches as you want, but as soon as you get to wife, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
She's the mother of your kids!
Kilo, that's why it's called settling down. You can't go around
Your father, man.
going around with these fucking women.
You hear me, Killua?
You fucking hear me, Killua.
How am I gonna edit this?
In 9 months, I don't know.
But we see that Gon has game.
So we find out Gon knows how to have sex.
It wasn't something I was expecting to see. But thankfully, he gave up on his childhood and decided to
Settle down
and age himself up.
Gon said the only way my father will talk to me is if I get bitches.
Man, I thought of a new way to abridge that series.
In the taper thing, it's like,
and if he doesn't get any bitches, send him to Kite.
Dad, are you proud of me?
have Kai teach him.
Dad, are you proud of me? I pull bitches.
Were they your age? No, they were all older than me.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Never mind.
Attaboy.
How do you think I found your mother?
You think that's your grandma?
Oh!
I find it very interesting that in that tape
I got a
recording-
horrible image now.
I still think it's interesting that he chose not to find out about his mother, which is cute because he just loves his aunt. But like, it's like, dude, your mom.
The worst thing to possibly cut of just like, hey, so what happened to mom? She's dead. Oh, did she die of sickness? No, old age.
When someone dies of old age, do you just say that when they're old and they get like cancer or something? Like,
Probably.
I was old.
Usually the way that old age, like passing of old age, is supposed to be is like if you literally pass in your sleep. And
Oh,
you're,
okay.
Like
your
80,
body-
90.
But then you just said they passed in their sleep
Yeah.
instead of saying they died of old age. They just
Really, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
if
they
you,
died
if
of
you
a-
die in your sleep at the age of 20, there's something wrong.
that girl died of.
Something. You died of something. So anyway, the Queen of England.
So you definitely have to cut that.
On September 8th.
On July 16th, a lot of fucking people died for some reason.
In 2001.
But like,
I mean, so do I, but just...
If I suddenly attack you, just know that I was editing this video.
oh, what you talking about?
If you want to talk about
Here, we're on the last bit. Jinzu, I see you with your phone. I'll kill you.
what you know about rolling down in the leaves.
Please. Jinzu.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What?
Oh, he's adorable.
And now he's older than us.
Ah!
Family.
Pain.
I was gonna say, wasn't the whole thing like he was a midget?
That was baby.
I was a
That was
child.
a child.
Duke, that's what's known as a child. When somebody's just born, they are a baby.
And
then they grow.
When they're just born and they're dumb.
It does not mean that they're academically not good. It just means that they are a baby.
It just means that they don't fucking know anything.
Just because you were a baby genius doesn't mean that when somebody isn't, it means that they're a dwarf.
So after the date,
So after the date.
the mission starts, and basically it is 20 episodes of them setting up for what they want to do, because the king has been born,
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing.
So
killed the queen,
So Perfect Cell.
Killed
killed the queen, causing Colt from the beginning of this to rush out to find the humans and basically say, hey, can you guys come and fix my queen?
And he came with a white flag and was like, guys,
Please help!
I know it's bloodstained, but you can trust me.
my mom.
My mom did!
My mother.
Who killed all your friends and all these innocent people? I told you to just die.
And then Netero yelled out, your mother buys you Mega Bricks instead of Legos.
And then he got eviscerated and went.
But,
But we also get introduced to the other two royal guards.
yep, what were their names?
Poof and
Uh,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yuppie.
What?
Yuppie.
Poof and Yuppie.
Poof is Butterfly Man,
Oh.
and Yuppie is Red Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
The
like
brother
that.
of Green Man.
I'm used to the Japanese pronunciation, so every time I hear you guys say it,
What
I'm
were
like-
your pronunciations?
it was like the full names, but Yuppie and then Poof was like Poof or something. I don't know.
The Poofu?
What the fuck were their names again?
Little Poofu?
Man, in English it's Yuppie, in Japanese it's Yuppie. Man, I can tell the difference.
You piece of shit. Just you piece of shit.
But yeah, we meet them, and it's really cool. And then we meet the king. He's cool.
Wait, no wonder you wouldn't be able to tell the difference because you only understand one language.
You see my eyes like go back and forth.
Anyway,
Shit, where did I put the capture card? I thought I had it in my hand.
the king leaves. King leaves, eats some people, and then rushes off to a new kingdom and goes, "This is my home now," and so takes over an entire kingdom.
Right,
Just-
he kills the
Foe leader.
yeah he kills the dictator.
Yeah.
Kills the dictator and then
He
all
ends
the
up taking over
the
the-
little showgirls that are there are like, please don't kill us. And he looks at him and goes,
You ever sprayed a cow, bitch?
y'all ever look at a cow?
Because I'm looking at some cows now!
Some fucking cows and pigs right now. I'm feeling kind of hungry.
And I won't
I'm thinking I want some of
back
that bacon. I'm thinking I want
down.
some.
No, I won't. Down.
I hear you back in the barnyard reference.
I'm so glad someone picked that up.
I didn't want to,
I
but
hear
you were trying so
It
hard.
was Ben from Back in the Barnyard, the dad of Otis, when, like, his death scene is him singing He Won't Back Down.
How'd he die again?
The foxes ate him. Or
Oh.
It
killed
wasn't
him.
foxes, it was like wolves.
Coyotes.
Coyotes, yeah.
Coyotes bit him to death. But, and then kidnapped the chickens instead of eating the chickens.
Oh.
It was weird
So
because
they bit the shit out of the bull, kidnapped the chickens.
Yes, the kittens, yeah. Why are we talking about Back to the Barnyard?
Because you made a Back in the Barnyard reference, and then you said, "Is that a Back in the Barnyard reference?" And then you said, "Oh wow, I'm so glad someone got the Back in the Barnyard reference."
And then we kept talking. So, this episode, I hope it pains you. Because it'll be an hour and a half plus. Actually, it might be 2 hours. But, yeah, so we get the raid on the kingdom because they're making plans on how to separate the king from his royal guards and kill them all separately. And we get the raid night, and it's the coolest thing ever.
It is.
Like, they teleport in, they're all ready to mess shit up.
Hey, we forgot the setup for like the infiltration shit. So
I
Nav,
can't get all the setup.
OG Nav.
Nav, really cool character, sets up portals all over the castle, and then gets so terrified that he gets PTSD instant,
And he gets
And he
white
lo-
hair.
and he gets cancer.
He gets leukemia
He gets leukemia.
from pure anxiety.
Oh, you know, it sucks. My anxiety makes it so I can't go out in public. Oh, dude, my anxiety, it makes it so that my stomach gets all upset and I have to use the restroom. My anxiety activates leukemia.
My anxiety makes me kill the nearest person to me. You ready, Jinsu?
No, I'd have loved even more if you said it makes me kill the second nearest person to me.
Second nearest person. But then, like, Jinsu takes, like, one step away, and then I just turn to him.
We just keep getting closer to you.
It's like a weird game of chess where, like, the person nearest to you is where you don't attack.
Is that image of like the two pawns right next to
Oh,
each
yeah,
other?
is it the one with the guy? Yeah, the guy's doing the kicks. Yeah.
The pawns are right in front of each other, and because the pawns are right in front of each other, they both can't advance or eat anything, so they're just there spin kicking in front of each other. I think that's a form of sparring in Muay Thai.
Do you want to know why that's a thing?
Balance.
Because they never want to kill the person directly in front of them because the morality is the thing. But then when they kill to the side, they're not paying attention to who's there. Because if they saw that, they would rip ass.
If they saw the opponent's ripping ass, then they would have immediately killed them.
Wait, load it up.
Sometimes
Just-
when.
Put it up.
Sometimes I feel the force.
I ripped my pants.
I don't even know how that's going to show up. But it will. It will.
So we get the raid night.
It's King's Fall tonight, boys!
So
This example was last week.
there's a lot of stuff we're gonna miss, but that's because there's so much to it.
It's very complex.
There's so many things that happen. It's really
Home
cool. Like there was a lion character that was really cool, and like all that.
Dies instantly!
No, actually, he was built up and then died in his first fight.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you got two new characters that were introduced that are Chimera ants that ended up siding with.
They made
Gon and
friends,
Killua.
One made friends with Gon, the other one made friends with Killua.
The one that made friends with Killua was a octopus boy
Who was able to shoot and
turn
make
his
bullets.
arm into a
Hey,
gun.
you don't like being called an octopus.
He wished he was a...
You're gonna be an octopus and like it!
He wished that he was a squid. Squids were the most beautiful creatures. Octopuses were ugly.
And Squidward is the most relatable cartoon character since...
The Powerpuff Girls.
Mary White.
Since Mario and Luigi.
Betty White. Since Betty White.
She's not. Wait, hold on. I need to check something.
I actually mixed names. I was thinking like old white lady. I was like Mary something. And I went, it was Mary.
And then you said the name of someone who's young.
I'm sorry. No, I was
Moving on.
sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
But
Like you said it, I was like. You said it, I was like. I know Mary White.
What?
I meant to say Betty White.
She's dead.
Most relatable person since Betty White.
She died right before the Queen died.
It was a race.
Except she wasn't.
Except she was older.
By about 4 or 6 years.
So America wins.
What, for
But we don't have a
killing
queen.
off their oldest person first?
No, for having the like our oldest person that we had for a long time die.
Oldest
but
celebrity?
She was older.
Oldest celebrity?
Yeah, she was older.
But the Queen isn't a celebrity, she's the Queen.
Exactly. So get fucked.
Well, I was going to say that it was a race like the Queen gets to heaven and she just goes, "Gotcha, bitch."
People were mad as fuck when Betty White died before the Queen. It was like an actual thing that people were like upset about, and I was like, what? What the fuck kind of competition are y'all thinking this is?
Fucking Queen of America died before the Queen of England.
But she's not the Queen of America. She's just a TV show actress host.
Fucking
And she stood up for black people and got canceled by early America for it.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff she did.
Man, early humans. We didn't
humans.
No, early humans. We didn't cancel people. We exiled them. We just told them to leave.
Can we bring that back?
No, because then they would rise up and crowd shit.
We'll throw them to Australia. Nothing bad will happen.
Except they will get eaten, and the
By the Australians.
and the Chimera ants will rise up.
Yeah, the Chimera Australians will rise up.
Chimera Australian?
Oh, Australia!
The Chimera
Why are you the
Aussies?
perfect place for Chimera ants to be?
Honestly, I would 100% believe
Because we
that
already
Chimera
have
ants
Chimera
popped up
ants,
in
mate.
fucking Australia.
No, not Twitter! No, not Twitter!
We're opening the most heinous porn imaginable.
So golden shower.
No, not Twitter!
Give me his phone.
Oh!
What?
Okay.
What happened?
What happened?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, just look up Android 18, you'll be fine.
Just look up any female character from any TV show.
Look up Android 18 right now.
Look up literally anything about anything and the degenerates on Twitter.
Oh!
Android 18.
Spider.
When you said "oh" originally, I thought you found it.
It's a spider.
Spider-Man? Oh, it's the Destiny thing. Okay.
Spider-Man.
He's a spider.
Okay, let's get to it.
Where?
So we get the raid night, and what ends up happening is you see this fucking dragon as it explodes into a meteor shower, raining down.
Golden dragon.
And golden dragon.
Neferpitou is excited.
And she bursts up, all ready to fight, and the narrator cues in, describing the entire events as within the 10th of a second that she was preparing an attack, Netero, just standing over where the dragon is raining down meteors, lifts his arms up, does a prayer, and blasts her away.
Yeah, be gone, thoughts.
He pulls out the Guanyin Bodhisattva and just slaps her away.
Gesundheit.
You know what? Man, I'm gonna go pee.
You get back here!
Never watched Game of Thrones.
Pito ends up stopping herself from being launched so far by activating her ability that locks her into place. And the raid continues, and it's the craziest thing as everyone is fighting everyone. But what the heroes don't know is what was happening in the background the whole time, which is Gungi.
The setup, yes, we finally get to talk about the king. Let me move the mic down. Okay.
Gungi.
We get to talk about the king learning.
Yep.
The king was just born, so he has no, knowledge, actual, knowledge of things at all, so he starts to learn. And when he learns good.
Yep.
He captured people from the country and and played against them and all that kind of stuff and checkers
It was
and chess.
specifically anybody who was the best at their sport, essentially.
Yeah, and he kept on getting dissatisfied with how he
Chess, checkers, all that.
how he mastered it and was able to beat the best person so easily. And then we get the introduction of Gungi. which is a weird checkers chess combination sort of thing.
It's
Yeah.
basically chess for people that are masochists or sadists. Yeah.
So that is not at all what that
No,
is.
So not that.
So ignore everything that came out of Duke's fucking mouth.
So
Rephrase.
it is chess, but you play basketball while you do it.
Have you seen? It's like brain versus brawn, where like you do intermediate rounds of boxing and chess, and you either win by
knocking out the opponent. I know this. Yeah.
But yeah, you win by either checkmate, total knockout, or like scoring enough points.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the most perfect ways to, like that's like a perfect like warriors.
But boxing
Kill all
is
the
boxing.
nerds.
Boxing is already chess.
Yeah, but then also chess.
But then,
Chess is already boxing.
Duke, you don't understand what I said, and I know you don't understand what I said.
It's a mind game.
And I know you don't have the mental capability of understanding what I said. So I'm going to pretend I didn't hear anything that you said.
Hey, can you tell I'm slowly dying?
I mean, we've been here long enough. I think
Yeah.
we can kill him.
So
Yeah, I'm good
so
with
go
that.
and kill
Let's
him.
go.
Oh god, he's hanging himself.
With his HDMI cable.
And here's his neck snapping.
Why does it sound like? That's strange. It sounds like a bamboo Japanese fan opening. Ow.
And so when he starts playing Gungi,
Shit.
you done? But when he started learning how to play Gungi, he then goes, "All right, bring me the best player for Gungi," and it's this blind girl with a stuffy nose, and she absolutely destroys him over and over and over again, and he gets so like confused and mad, but then he slowly realizes, oh, I don't have to be the best in everything. And he starts actually like growing a bit of humanity.
Yeah,
he begins
and
towing the edge between monster and morale creature.
and then he sort of kind of develops a bond with this character. This character's name is Komugi, by the way.
Komugi.
So Komugi,
Absolute treasure.
absolute treasure, little baby girl. But she actually earns the king's respect, and he finds himself absolutely like
Addicted to
astonished to that revelation that he's like, what? I respect this human? This human is worth something to me?
Maybe humans aren't all bad.
Maybe humans are pretty cool. They're clever little bitches.
And Poof, hearing all of this, just goes, "No, sire! You're supposed to be the best out of everybody!" He starts stroking out, basically, by how much he's despising this girl.
All because the king likes her more than he likes him.
Yeah. Then the king likes himself.
Yes.
And so they've been having the setup of a really good relationship. And honestly, without this raid, the king would have eventually like been able to fully be benevolent towards the people, because they've been kidnapping people to like turn them more into like more hybrid Chimera Ant things.
Mm-hmm.
And just playing Gungi with the girl has been allowing him to be like, humans actually have worth. And then the dragon came down and exploded a bunch of falling star stuff.
Oh
And
yeah, we forgot some more build up before the king. So while the king is like kind of like learning how to interact with Komugi and playing more and more with Komugi, he kind of tries to like treat her nicely. You know, he kind of tries to.
If you win this match, I'll give you something.
Yeah, and it's like, well, and then he goes, well, what will you give me if you lose? And Komugi basically just shows her determination to be just bomb as fuck at Gungi by saying that she'll offer her life. Because
if I lose, kill me.
If I can't win, I ain't worth shit, so just kill me.
And if I win, I won another match.
Which is so adorable.
Hi, Duke. Are you with us now?
You acknowledge my corpse. Okay, good.
Like, cool.
I stopped talking the moment that we said that he hung himself.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken since then, so it's just the entire time just in the background, just
Good luck with that.
It's like how we keep talking when you leave.
Oh. But it's a good thing I can edit those out!
Okay, so one time Komugi randomly gets attacked by an eagle for some reason.
For like they left the window open so an eagle comes in and starts attacking.
Fucking up Komugi. So the king just slaps it away and
Guys.
and paints the room a new color, and he looks after her and everything, and then he yells for one of his guards. And I'm like, why the fuck aren't you guys looking after her? What do I have y'all for? And they're like, you the human.
The human.
But I hate him.
I'll be 100% honest. This was the point for me that I was talking about, where it's like the entire story of the king is the telenovela.
Yeah.
I thought the story of the king was learning what it meant to be alive.
But you see, like, the telenovela tropes, right?
I see it with like the whole arc as a whole because of the way Togashi like narrated everything and how everything was paced.
Well, no, that's a good novel. No, this is like, it has those like telenovela tropes where it's like shit like Poof in general feels like a character you'd see in like one of those Mexican dramas.
It's 420.
That's pretty good.
Of the 21st
It's
night.
420?
Of the 21st night of September.
You will sit back.
But yeah, Poof is very dramatic, and he plays the violin.
And he's dramatic.
Oh,
He's a quirked up white boy.
yeah.
Is he goated with the butterflies?
We get to see these really nice characteristics of all these different characters. It's really interesting.
And then
by the way,
raining
remember
fire.
how earlier it was showing off the fact that Kite, he's kind of alive. He is
Even though his
kind
head
of
was
like a
severed?
zombie.
He got sewn back together by Neferpito.
And he's just constantly ready to fight people. And Gon saw that. He's pissed. His main goal is just to kill Pito.
Well, no, it's to get Neferpito to fix him, to put him back together, and
At that point, he thinks his main goal is just, I'm going to kill Pito.
yeah, but
If she doesn't heal Kite.
if she doesn't heal,
Kite.
yeah.
If she doesn't heal Kite.
Yeah.
And then my favorite part about this whole arc is the little subtle hints of Gon kind of like showing semblances of like apathy where
He hasn't before?
he hasn't before.
This is where it starts getting worse. Like, I thought I was afraid of Gon before. I'm really afraid of Gon now. And this isn't even at the end yet.
Cause he starts off like hating the bugs, and he's like, this stupid bug, and he looks down on them, and Kite kind of makes like the observation and goes, ew, that's kind of a cruel outlook. I wonder what he'll do when these things care for each other.
Yeah, when he sees morality in them.
Apparently nothing. Because that just makes it worse.
Apparently that just gives him all the reason.
Apparently that just makes him more angry, because
Don't make me feel sorry for you, you disgusting creature! Kind of thing.
yeah.
You damn dirty ape.
So...
And then him and oh yeah, actually, what happens? Where are we in the story explanation?
No, we're about to get to it. Basically, the king. One of the last things he said with the girl was like, she said like, "Oh, by the way," or he goes, "Oh, by the way, what's your name?" "Oh, my name is Komugi," and he's like, "Okay." And
then
she
goes,
goes, "Oh, may I ask, my lord, what is your name?" And he gets taken aback. I don't know. Okay.
Poof! The fuck's my name?
Poof, what's my name?
The king, sir, king.
My
You are the king. And it's like,
I'm not your liege.
Then comes the day of the raid. And, like I
but-
said, meteor shower?
Meteor shower. Draco
almost
meteor.
kills
With-
Komugi.
With Zeno and Netero.
Yep. Almost kills Komugi because it strikes her in the gut.
Bitch slap is Neferpito, but Neferpito is smart.
That scene was intense as fuck, by the way. When we find out that how she got injured, and the king is just
Pito,
sitting there holding
Yeah,
her.
he's sitting there and
Best
holding her.
scene. Pito pops in. She sees Netero and Zeno sitting there, or just standing there, just staring at the king and Komugi, as Komugi looks like she's basically dying. And then just the aura, and you're just like, oh no!
And Netero and Zeno, they just go, "Oh, we might have done."
We fucked up.
Yeah, and that's Kila's grandfather. Like he showed up to help, and he basically gets taken out because he's like, "This is the first time
I might have
I could have killed an innocent life."
Yeah.
And that messes with him, and I'm just like, ooh, that really hit hard. Just hearing somebody with that much experience of being an assassin, just being like, oh, this person might not have deserved it.
Netero.
Because him and Netero just like sit there and look at him, and they're watching the king just hold Komugi, what seems like an innocent dying person, and they're just like, fuck.
Shit.
Basically, yeah.
And they give the king respect. They showed the respect, man. I like.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kneel for these men.
And so we get.
You're sitting
He
down.
goes, "Fine, I'll fight you guys." First off, he goes, "Pito, fix her.
Yeah.
You two, I'm going to kill you both. Let's go."
Let's go. But then Xeno's just like, I'm not part of this!
I'm not part of this. And so Netero goes off with the king, and Zeno, he's just leaves. He's like, yeah, I might have fucked up today. And Chitu pops out, because, like, all the ants are popping out, like, whoa, what the hell's going on? And Chitu pops out, like, ooh, I got a strong opponent. Oh, come on, man, let's fight. Nah, I don't wanna. I might have fucked up today. It's like, oh, come on, man, let's fight. Gets obliterated by Silva.
Yep, by Abdul.
Yep.
And he, I like, this is the good part, where his son shows up and he's just like, hey, Dad, how was work?
Hey, Dad, how was work? Oh, I had a really interesting time today.
I think I killed an innocent girl though, so that's kind of sucks.
That kind of sucks, but otherwise, you want to hear something cool?
I saw Killua. He was there too. Oh, that's great, Dad. Wait, what? You saw Killua?
Wait, why is Killua here? I don't know, but he
I don't know.
fine.
I think he's with his friend.
He's having fun.
He's having fun.
But yeah, no, it's so good. It's so good.
Oh, and isn't it like around here that Killua's power gets like shown off? What he gets? That he basically becomes static
No,
charge.
not yet.
He fights.
It's a bit later.
Yeah, it's a bit later actually.
But we get this whole thing, and what ends up happening is, first off, we get to see Gon heading off to Pito, and she's healing, and she sees Gon, and she's like, ah, shit, can't deal with you right now. I gotta heal this person. And so he's like, yeah, go ahead and heal her for however long you need. Once you're done, I'm going to kill you.
No, she was like 3 or 4 hours, and he's like, you get one.
You get one.
You get one, and then I fucking end you. And then you get a chance to heal Kite. And then she says, actually, I'm not gonna heal Kite. You're gonna die. And then Gon goes,
Yep, that's a little later.
Well,
we'll get to that. But at the same time, we've also got the other two of the guards. Poof. He's basically, his main thing is he's trying to get back to the king, and he's trying to figure out what is going on right now. And so he's running around the place like, okay, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Yuppie is like, intruders. I'm gonna have fun today. And the entire time it is him getting stronger and stronger and stronger, trying to kill all of them.
He truly embodies Chimera, because, like, the Chimera of the Chimera ants, because he's the one that, like, I would see, like, Greek heroes fighting.
Yeah.
Where he turns into, like, a centaur thing and all that kind of stuff.
It was really cool, the way that he just kept changing.
he could change his body to whatever he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because
that was my favorite bit.
The animals that they ate to make him were mythical creatures.
Yep.
Pain.
I like the way they described it as well, of like, at one point it's like, hey, do you even have human memories? It's like, no, I'm pretty sure I was created the day I was born.
Uh-huh.
And like, that was an interesting way to put it. Of like, the moment I hatched is the moment I was born. That was interesting setup.
And like,
But yeah, so the entire time, he's even getting a little bit of respect towards these guys, of like, they're respecting each other, of like, okay, these guys are interesting, I like them. Let's see where this goes. Okay, well, we made a deal, so, anyway, bye guys, I'm gonna go check on my king.
Yeah, he respects the deal and doesn't kill all of the intruders.
And so he goes off, and around the same time, Poof figures out what's going on, and so he starts heading towards the king, and...
But the king is already out in a desolate field to fight Netero.
The coolest fight ever.
And we get some of the coolest fight I've ever seen.
Netero versus the king.
We get the strongest name user versus the king.
The king.
It started off with, like, I really don't care. I'm going to sit down here, and I'm going to
try and
request that you talk to me. And he goes, I tell you what, you pin me down, I'll tell you your name. It's like, how do you know my name? Flashback, earlier there was a whole thing where it was the queen on her deathbed.
Yeah.
Because, remember, Colt ran over like, hey, heal my queen. When they were healing her, she said, what was it? The whole thing of,
like my beautiful lightbringer, my
Meruem.
Yeah.
And it's like, remember, tell him his name was her whole thing.
And Netero was just like, if you can show that you're stronger than me, then I'll do it. I'll give you your name. Because I'm the most... Cause I like how the way that Netero phrased it. Your royal guard has probably killed everybody back there. You know, everybody that heard your name. So there's probably no one else other than me that knows it.
Yep. And it's like, yeah, if you can win, then yeah, I'll give you your name. And they fight, and it is the coolest fight ever as he uses his Buddha powers.
He uses the 1,000-hand Buddha.
Guan Yin Bodhisattva.
We said the same
Buddha.
thing.
Yes, Buddha. So he uses Buddha powers. I hate this guy so much. He uses his Buddha powers to fight the king, and the king is constantly jumping around, learning his moves, and then
His patterns of attack.
learning his patterns, he ends up ripping off.
100.
He rips off one of the arms of Netero,
Yep.
and we get the coolest little line of like, "Oh, you think prayer requires 2 hands?"
Yeah.
All it needs is heart.
Should I describe how he stops the bleeding?
Oh, he just
Punctures. It just...
Yeah, he just clenched what muscles were there real hard, and went. All right.
And it looked healed, weirdly enough. Of like there was just a little hole left of like
Yeah, he stopped the
left
bleeding.
there.
He stopped the bleeding.
And it was so disturbing.
That's called
looking.
healed.
That's called healed.
And
But-
then he takes his leg,
And then his leg goes gone.
and his leg very thickly goes all over the floor, and you're just like, oh.
Oh, that don't seem good. And then he
And-
does the same thing to his leg.
His other leg.
And he's just
Wait, no.
like, okay, hey, let's settle this real quick. Here's my ultimate move. And he just flips him off.
Yeah, he flips him off, and then he goes, "Your name is Merowyn."
Merwin.
And then he stabs himself in the heart. And you go, huh, that's kind of weird. And then the
Wait.
nuclear explosion happens.
Oh.
And then,
Yeah.
as he's like dying, it's revealed that there is a special type of bomb called the rose bomb,
Miniature rose.
the miniature rose, that a lot of dictators and a lot of like people who just had a lot of power used to basically just kill whoever killed them, and it caused a lot of devastation, and it was deemed illegal because, for obvious reasons, why would you put an atomic bomb in your fucking heart?
Yeah.
And so Netero put that in his heart. So Netero, as a last resort, basically just has it in his heart, and so he punctures his heart and stops the beating. And really cool like narration moment happens where it's kind of talking about Merrim's like thoughts, and he goes, "Oh shit, I've been in checkmate this entire time," and big ass boom.
Boom, in the shape
Death.
of a rose.
Bye, Meruem.
And that's at the same time that Yuppie and Poof gets there, and they see the explosion, and they're just like, "Oh!"
And they managed to dig through
They
and
found
find
the king's body. They found it somehow.
Yep, they find his body, and using all their energy, rejuvenate him to try to bring him back. And like he gets their abilities even is really cool.
Yeah, he's able to morph like Yuppie, and is
Yeah.
able to see things see all over the place like Poof.
I'll say this real quick. There are some very small details, but like small but major details
Yeah.
that require like a bunch of like character talk. That'll be when we get to characters, okay? Like one of the reasons I mentioned that is because there's a wolf character that pops up, and he's big, but we didn't talk about him, so
His story was cool.
yeah, we'll get to that. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes, okay, got it. So I've lost all my memories.
Yeah,
I remember you guys, but maybe if we head back to the castle, I'll get all of my memories back. And Poof goes, ooh, this might be my chance to get rid of that girl that I hate, the Gungi girl.
Yeah, get rid
And
of her.
so I'm going to have my other parts of myself go off and kill her. And so it's
while
a
that's
race against
happening-
time.
And while that's happening,
Now we talk about it.
Pito finished healing her and goes with Gon to go heal Kite. And they go to this castle place in the woods. They were walking for a while, and Pito is able to get a good look at Kite, and she turns to Gon and says, "Yeah, he's dead. There's nothing I can do. I can't bring the
Heals
dead
her
back."
arm even, just to add salt to the wound.
And the way that Gon breaks is so unbelievably.
Should we give that to you? The Gone Snap?
The Gone Snap? Gone goes fucking... He goes fucking... Y'all ever play Left 4 Dead 2? Wait, that's not it. This.
Now cut it.
Cut. That was less than 10 seconds, YouTube.
So yeah. So Gone goes... Well, you can just add the song. You can just add the song in.
No.
Just...
No, you actually can't. Copyright.
Really?
Yes.
Even if it's under for 10 seconds?
They've
Better
gotten
to be
me-
safe than
they've-
sorry.
Dude, they've gotten me for shorter.
Damn. Alright, so... You have to cut out me playing that?
Most likely.
Okay.
No,
So
well,
I'll
it's
just read it. I'll just read
it's
it.
so third person enough that it's perfect.
It's... Okay, so Gone Gone's set up basically to... He's not like your typical pure-hearted shonen protagonist. You know, he's not like Goku. He's not like Ichigo. He's not like Luffy, who's all good-hearted, who cares about everyone. He only cares about, or like all he knows is these are my friends. Even if they did horrible things like killing people or
He can excuse it.
Kurapika's whole deal. Yeah.
he doesn't care about it because they're his friends. He knows that that he cares about them, and that's it. And he's a very lonely kid too. So it's all the more reason why he's more willing to accept these kinds of actions
Terrible
from his
people.
from his friends. Yeah. And so when Kite dies and Gon is basically forced to
Recognizes death.
recognize his death, although he kind of pretends that he's not dead. You kind of like you can kind of see it.
He rejects reality.
Yeah. He's like, there's no way Kite's dead. We're going to go back there and we're going to save him because he gets knocked out. He doesn't know. But he definitely has enough emotional maturity to understand Kite's probably dead. They probably got him.
It's the moment though with Neferpito.
Yeah. When Pito basically says, "I'm not going to heal you. I'm going to kill you. You're going to die."
And also, your friend is dead.
And your friend is dead. I can't bring him back. So Gon, upon realizing that, alright, so this whole time, with the Chimera ants, he doesn't have any empathy for them because they're just ants. They're just bugs. He doesn't realize that some of these became part human and have like, purpose and have like desires and shit like that.
It's their own wants and desires.
Right. And their own capabilities of kindness and understanding. So when he first tells Pito to heal Kite, or to immediately fight him, and Pito's like, no, give me time. I need this amount of hours. And Gon goes, fuck you. It'll take an hour. He's giving her no empathy. He's giving her no time or patience because he doesn't care. Pito's like nothing to him because it's just
It's an ant.
and he doesn't care about Komugi either because he doesn't know her. And he doesn't. It's like if the ants care about her, then what do I care?
It's like, do what I say, or I will kill the girl.
Yeah, and so Gon can't, and it's when Pito goes, no, I have to heal her no matter what. It's hard for Gon because he has to like choose, right? Do I like commit to my anger and destroy this person,
Or do I respect her wishes?
do I respect that this person means no harm and is just trying to help someone else? And he kind of like accepts it, and he just sits there, and the whole time he's just sitting there right in front of her. I didn't know he was sitting right in front of her. The whole time I thought Gon was sitting like across the room giving her the mad eye. No, he sits his ass down right in front of her, and the whole time is just staring her down. Ready, absolutely ready to just kill the shit out of her. And it's horrifying because you think it's Gon. You look at Gon and you just think of a little cute boy who's innocent and naive.
Went on a date with a cougar.
Went on a date with a couple cougars, and he loves his friends. He loves his friends. He's like 12. And he kind of just lets this really dark side come out of him. And he's when the time is up, when Pito's ready, he's fully ready, like automatic, like a robot. Okay, let's go. Let's not waste another second. I'm going to kill you. And they go, and the whole time Pito is just kind of like extending her time and bullshitting for, I think, the king to come back.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna kill Gon. She plans to kill Gon anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Gon, when they're there and she refuses to heal Kite, Gon's like reaction to it, and like his just the
It
anger.
is art.
his
It is
snap.
full on art.
It is art. He accepts that this is it. That this is probably the end for him. So he uses all of his like. He basically just pours his soul
Makes a promise.
He makes a contract.
to get as much power as he can in this moment. In
However much power I would get if I was training nonstop for years, I want all of that now.
All of it now.
for my Nen.
And the dark energy that just, the Nen that just spills out from him as he just turns around
Go Super Saiyan 12.
and changed art style the same way that Bisky did.
Except this is.
You think the biscuit thing was
forced.
foreshadowing of
Yes,
Gon?
yes, absolutely.
100% foreshadowing.
Yes. Absolutely,
Especially
yes.
the way that they describe it of like, this is exactly like what Bisky does, except in the reverse.
Uh-huh.
So when Gon finally decides to do something, it's finally he just full on does Jean Ken and just launches Pito.
The
Just
way they animated it, holy fuck!
it's terrifying. It's fully terrifying.
They really
entire fight
depicted
is
how much energy was in it.
It was like the entire setup of this entire fight when Gon finally transforms. This is terrifying. This is just a monster just being created. Like Gon is finally like let loose. And like I was scared of him before, I'm scared of him now. I will continue to be scared of him. Why? He's scary!
I think I'm going to rewatch the episode once we come out. It's that
You're
good.
gay?
He said once we come out.
Oh, we're gay.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway,
And he absolutely wipes the floor with Pito. And Killua, not knowing this, uses his power to, like, he's now able to, like, become electricity, basically, and he's able to, like, move fast. And, and so, because he wants to help Gon, he doesn't know, like, what Gon did. So he's trying to get back there to help fight against Pito. And he gets there, and he's just like, wait, why is the castle empty? That's weird. And then he hears it in the distance. Boom, 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 over and over again. And he's like, what is that? What that looks like?
that sounds like the sound of a skull collapsing in on itself.
Yeah, that's weird. And he goes and he sees Gon burying Pito's head with his fist.
Why do I smell blood mist?
Yeah, and when he finally like gets up and turns, Gon had nothing but tears. He had nothing but tears,
Yep.
and Killua was just like, no!
And he just goes, I finished it just like Kite said. I finished off the head.
Yep. And what does Neferpito's Nen ability allow her to do?
This was actually a thing that was kind of teased back in, what was it? Towards the beginning of Greed Island. The whole idea of Nen that persist after death.
Yeah. And like marionettes fights, but takes Gon's arm.
And
what does he do?
oh god, I love the fact that it went all black and white, and the music, just the silence alongside the music as his arm is taken off. And once the color comes back, the narrator describes that Killua swore for a second he heard Gon say, "It's okay. If anything, I feel great because now I'm even more like Kite." And Pito comes in, ready to kill
Headless
him.
Pito.
Or what's left of Pito, I guess.
Yeah.
He grabs Pito, slams it into the ground, goes, "You want my arm? You can have it." Jumps up, pierces him with the arm,
pinning him to the ground,
and then charges one last Jaja Ken
Without his other arm.
with the stump.
Replaces his arm with it, yeah.
And you just see the ball growing where his stump
And
is.
Killua is just like, what's happening?
He just screams out, "Gon!"
And Neferpito is obliterated. Gone. And Gon is messed up.
And we will never see him again.
I wonder.
Well, currently it looks like he's fucking dying.
Yeah.
Uh,
And now we finally go back to when the king is heading back.
So the king is trying to get his memories back.
Yeah.
So he can figure shit out. And he heads to the castle, realizes, no, something's missing. And Poof the entire time is trying to figure out ways to kill her or get rid of her in general.
And Yuppie as well is like, is trying to is... Oh, no.
Technically, they're all males.
No.
Technically, they should all be female because they're ants.
Yes!
There you go.
Like bees.
Technically, they're all both.
But, like, yeah, it's cool to me that Poof and Yuppie are able to, like, silently understand each other. That, yeah, we don't want the king to like, remember Komagi.
And the entire time, they have this whole thing of them trying to hide it, and Yuppie goes on his own to try to find stuff before, so that Poof can go ahead and figure out a way to kill the girl or something like that.
Yeah.
And Yuppie drops dead.
Just dead.
He drops dead, and we have this moment where we find out the reason why
And then...
is because
This rose has thorns.
the rose bomb, the rose nuke
Has thorns.
has thorns. It's
Also
poisonous.
known as...
Of
Also
course,
known
it's fucking
as,
poisonous.
also known as radiation.
Yeah, that makes
No,
sense.
I know it's radiation, but no, it's basically supposed to be like it's a super powerful like normal bomb, but
That releases poison too.
that releases poison as well. It's supposed to be more fantasy.
But it's radiation.
It's a mix of fantasy and like older tech. Is
So
what
radiation.
it's supposed to be.
So radiation.
It's basically radiation.
And Poof then drops dead next.
Oh, the statement he made of just like the people who die from the blast are the lucky ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the king, Meruem, knowing exactly that he's going to die,
He
is
heads
able
down.
to get Komagi and have
He
the best moment of the entire arc for me. The best moment.
Probably the saddest too.
And sad. Because all you have to do is be near the person long enough and you get poisoned too.
a bit before that as well. We get Poof basically accepts his fate of like I know that I'm to die as well. And so it's okay, King.
No matter
I'm
what.
sorry that I lied to you for all this. And he's like, it's fine. And he even says to to a character at one point, "Have a good human life."
Yep. He says to one of the comment.
He says it to the wolf that utters Komugi's name.
Yeah, and it's so nice. And then he heads on down, and the team that was meant to kill him basically is like, no, we can't hand him over, and it's hand her over, and it's like, it's fine. It's his last moments,
Yep.
and so he gets to play Gungi for his last moments.
And they made it heart wrenching as fuck. Togashi made it sad as fuck.
And
He had
Are you
freaking
still
Meruem.
there?
He had Meruem go blind because the poison makes you go blind, and he's like in Komugi's
Are you
lap.
still there?
and then she's constantly going, yes,
She's
yes,
petting his head.
yes.
I feel tired.
And yeah, the fact
Could you
that
hold my hand?
he said that he admits that he's tired when he was never like ever shown to be tired.
I feel tired. Could you hold my hand as I rest?
And then she's just like, yep. And then just
One
boom.
last request. Could you say my name once more?
Ugh.
Good night,
Ugh.
Meruem.
And they both die in a house that's made to look like just a standard like family home that's deep underground because it was a fucked up place, and now it is their tomb.
So Netero made a tape. In the case of his death, that he wants to be played. That basically explains what's supposed to happen after he dies. Of like, okay, there's going to be an election, and 12 zodiacs or whatever there are.
Yeah, the 12 zodiacs. That's what's
will
like
come in and
the
proceed
super
over it.
awesome, super awesome hunters.
We'll get to what those are because that's the last frame of the show. But meanwhile, Killua, as everything is being settled down, one of the few things that happens is one, Killua, he decides like, nah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find a way to heal Gon. That'll be my mission. And then the other thing is we get a call to the 420 dude, as I like to call it, the smoke dude, as
the Pied Piper.
he discovers that apparently upon the death of the queen, there was this whole thing that was teased at that point that there was a baby that she had, like the last of the children.
Yeah.
So direct sibling to Meruem, and it's Kite.
Yeah, the kid just
Oh shit, my bad. Say again.
that the kid just fully goes, "Stop calling me," like, whatever the name of the queen was. My name's Kite!
It wasn't the name. It was the name of the little sister. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, how'd you guys feel about that little reveal that Kite is reborn as a Chimera ant?
As long as Kite returns, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, ultimately, as long as Kai's back, that's all that really matters. But it's still
There's an idea that somebody made. So the very last weapon he had was that little tiny staff, right? And he goes, "Damn, I'm shit out of luck right now." One of the ideas is that stick is supposed to be reincarnation. Like the power of that staff is supposed to be reincarnation. So it's not very powerful, but what it can do is it revives you after you die.
I was like, well, you're gonna die. Take this.
Yeah. Isn't that an interesting idea?
That your own weapon is just like, you're gonna die. Here, have reincarnation.
Yeah. It's kind of my thoughts whenever I see a character where it's like, yes, I am like my powers are based around a phoenix. And I'm like, when are you gonna die?
Yeah, when you die.
Alright, time to die.
But anyway, the last thing, that 12 Zodiac thing that was teased of like, oh, who the hell are the 12 Zodiac? Oh, one of them is the motherfucker himself,
Jingling.
Gene Freaks, the father of Gon.
And he's just like, well, might as well be the one in charge.
He comes in and is like, okay, gotta find boss. Okay, let's do this shit. And it's like, oh, you'll come for that, but you'll not come for Gon's birthday.
For Gon's birthday. No, Gon's life. Not his birthday, his life.
Anyway, we're on to
For every
characters.
birthday he's ever had.
I think the only things that we really missed were like some of the Chimera ants.
I was gonna say that's the main thing I want to talk about. Any like specific Chimera ants you want to talk about?
Leon was cool.
Leon was cool.
Got bitched at the end.
Yeah.
He did.
What
happened to him?
He just drowned.
Oh, no, he didn't drown.
He suffocated.
He suffocated to death because the dude whose power was the smoke. What he did
took
was
out all the oxygen.
He sucked in all the oxygen and then breathed out all the carbon dioxide.
He's got that powerful lungs, and that's why like he was trying to do the water shit.
Like that was actually a part of his whole thing. I mean, mind you, he the way they explain it of like, wait, do you think that those giant smoke beings are made from like normal lungs? No, you need extremely powerful lungs to do that.
Yes, a power that I think I could have.
A power only a smoker could have. Not me.
And the other one was the wolf.
Actually, I want to mention two others. Chameleon.
Oh yeah.
Chameleon character was actually really cool. I like that character. Like the way that he shows off of like,
I didn't mean the lion. I didn't mean Leo. I meant the chameleon. What the fuck is his name again?
It was another M.
Chameleon.
Mirion or something like that.
Camoron?
Melioron.
DeLorean.
Melioron.
He didn't die.
Yeah,
I was
cool.
sad. I was like, he died? I remember seeing him die.
I see it die.
But Melioron, he was a cool character. Like, of course, his power was this whole thing that like he could literally remove himself
from reality,
essentially.
And all you had to do was hold his breath. Yeah.
And he was a good pair with Knuckle, and him and Knuckles became homies.
Yeah.
Homie.
I liked his motivation towards the beginning. Oh, why is it you want to seek revenge against the king? Because he killed my father figure. And it's like, oh, who's your father figure? Remember that penguin character that got his head chopped off by
when we were humans.
The other one was the octopus dude.
So anyway, Krillin dies in the Frieza arc.
You motherfucker! You motherfucker!
So anyway, Zelda's actually Sheik's actually Zelda.
Damn.
Okay, that's it. Smothered to death.
Impa's actually Zelda.
No.
But
then the octopus.
The octopus was just
Moby Dick was a whale.
There wasn't much to him, but he had a very cool like segment where it was him fighting a lobster dude. Bloster. Speaking of which, we had two characters who was this little ant like ant head character.
That they were like, man, she's part of the lesser ones because she can't talk.
Yeah.
She's so cute. I wonder if she resembles anyone who's also cute and died.
And it's revealed that she's the daughter from like the first episode of this.
It's Colt's sister.
Colt's sister, who died towards the beginning, and oh my god, when she met back up with her mom,
Oh!
that hurt so bad.
The mom didn't even care that she was a Chimera Ant anymore. No.
She got her doctor back.
Oh, the part that broke my heart was just her looking out and just calling out her name, and the Chimera Ant, her new form, she just goes, "How'd you know it was me?" And she's like, "How could I forget one of my children?" I was broken. Immediately, I was broken.
That was just the...
That was the...
That was the...
And then followed up by Bloster, who helped her get to that area. He starts leaving. He gets to a cliff, and she comes up and goes like, "Come on, stay for dinner. Come on, stay with us.
Yeah,
You're with
stay.
us now."
Oh.
And he looks down at her, and he starts crying, and I'm like, big guys dropping the facade and crying. That's what gets me!
That's what gets my goat.
But man.
No, my goat!
Oh god, this arc. It hurt. Final thoughts on this arc.
This is probably one of the greatest pieces of media that I've consumed in a while.
It by itself, what number would it be for your like top 10 list? Because I know it's at least top 10.
6.
6?
But like this is like comparing it to like some of the greatest stories.
Oh yeah.
Like it's that high up.
What kind of shows are above it?
Death Note?
Wait, what?
I think for me, it's above Death Note.
Really?
Like by itself, it's above Death Note.
Really interesting. But I'm thinking about it, I put it at number 6.
Yeah, but man.
But
what about you,
as a
Jinzu?
compliment, as a strong compliment, that like it's able to get up there that high.
Jinzu, what about you?
What?
Final thoughts on Chimera Ant.
This is probably one of the best stories I've ever read and like watched. It's pretty damn good.
You read it, then you watched it.
No, I didn't read it at all actually.
Oh, you lied.
I just keep thinking read.
Why did you lie to me?
Because I read Berserk, I read Attack on Titan, I read
You read
I'm
One
reading
Piece.
Berserk. I'm reading Berserk.
No you're not. Bitch.
I'm on chapter I
know, we
zero.
know, we know. You read One Piece. We all know.
I did not read One Piece.
You mother.
I did read Hunter x Hunter though, or not Hunter. I read
No, you didn't.
no Hunter. High School DxD
Oh, I'm
before
sorry.
it became an anime.
I'm sorry.
What's the problem with that one again? I keep forgetting.
Boobs.
High School DxD. It's the redhead girl with the boobs and the bat wings.
You
You have any idea how little that narrows it down?
I know.
Literally, just the best way to put it is just a lot of boobs. An excess amount of boobs.
Interesting. Is there ever really an excess amount?
Yes,
Oh.
this.
Oh.
When bullets go between boobies.
That's a different show. That's High School. of the
That's
Dead.
a different. Oh my god. Oh wait, is it in High School of the Dead and then High School DxD?
Yes.
I hate that.
I read High School DxD when it was a manga, and then it got an anime, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
But yeah, this story is really good. And my final thought is, what if the king survived? What do you think he would have done?
We'd be fucked.
You would think that he would be evil?
No, I think he would learn to become friends with everybody.
Well,
I think that he would do like a very small, like he would have a house on the prairie.
yeah, maybe.
That they would play Gungi every day.
Yeah, until she died. Then he'd rule everything.
And then he'd go, solitude.
Yeah. I was gonna say my final thoughts was just like, this is the greatest telenovela I've ever seen.
This telenovela went off.
Yeah.
And the fight scenes were really good.
Man.
And the narrating was too much, but it was pretty good.
But it was necessary.
And now to lead you to what's next.
Yes.
Obviously the election. Plus, how is Gon gonna get fixed?
Yeah, that's my biggest thing.
Well, you ready?
No?
Nah, I don't think I want to watch Hunter x Hunter again.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
I think I'm never gonna watch Hunter x Hunter again because
Well,
the next
don't
arc has
worry.
to do with his dad, and I don't care about him.
Don't.
But I care
Hey,
about.
you wanna feel better?
I cared about Meruem and Komagita.
Hey, want to feel better? There's gonna be a moment when it comes to this season that'll be really worth it.
Are you talking about when Leorio hits him?
Spoilers. God damn it, man.
Oh no! Oh no! The story's ruined. Oh, the story's ruined. Zelda's actually Sheik. Oh fuck!
No, I'm not kidding. I was waiting for that surprise. I
already knew. I knew before I even
didn't
watched.
actually.
I know nothing.
Kurapika violates Jing.
What?
Like violates him.
And that's where we're ending the audio there.
No, but what's next? I'm excited for several moments with this, and I'm also dreading having to say goodbye, Hunter x Hunter,
Yeah.
because this will be the final season for now.
For now.
Of like, we don't even know if there will be another season.
I wonder what new Hunter x Hunter would look like. Because Togashi is kind of sick. And he needs to write Hunter x Hunter. Or hiatus x hiatus.
Oh.
How dare you?
Anyway, goodbye, everybody. And now, we sad.
Okay.
I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls.
Oh, I thought you cut the audio.
No.
Like mid... Wait, go back?
No.
I'm in your walls, 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 I'm in your
The
walls.
weed smell,
I'm
the
in
weed
your
smell.
walls.
It's me, it's
No,
me, it's me, it's me, it's me. I'm the weed smell, I'm the weed smell. I'm right behind you. I have a stogie, alright?
If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our linktree at linktree/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee/greenvillains.